Good morning, Ramon. Good morning, Team Steam. We're back at it. Ramon and I are, here at least in spirit. I know I'm a little bit of sleepy after a fun night with hanging out with my two best friends, Lotto and Lizzo. I had a good time, but of course, it was way past my bedtime. So we'll do the best we can here today. Looks like lots of you folks had won. I didn't get to watch too many sports, so Ramon will have to, fill me in. I did see that Vegas got the money, the Heat got the money, lots of baseball winners. Another good day here for Team Steam. Lizzo stole, my regular hat, but I did get a bucket hat, so I'm pretty excited for this. It is almost pool time, right? It is almost pool time. But anything, that I wanted in a regular ball cap, I have to order online. But Lizzo wore it.
Huh?
Yeah, but Lizzo, well, I mean, they're online, but they didn't have it for sale at the venue, right?
Oh, okay.
I know, I was bummed. But Lizzo wore a red sparkly hat for about 3 numbers, so I was pretty impressed.
Oh, you think
I could put
they'd
some
have
pictures
that?
out on the Discord for you.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I mean,
Yes, you
no
will.
pictures or
I haven't
anything.
done it yet. No, I mean, again, I didn't get home till like 2, and then I was, kind of wired, couldn't really sleep. You know how it is. But it was
Well,
fun.
it's about damn time.
Right?
Thank you. Thank you.
She sings a
I'll be
song
here
about,
all week.
well, she
Hey,
sings a song about the juice, right? And I always think about the juice, like if I go 2 and 2, I'm thinking
oh, I
about the
love that.
juice, not the, not her gin and juice.
That's an oldie now for her, but that's got to be. Is that still her biggest hit? I don't know. I mean,
About damn time.
well,
It's
no,
pretty.
the juice. I love the
Oh, the
juice.
juice. Okay, gotcha.
Blame it
Yeah,
on the
she's still
juice.
playing it. How about that?
Blame it on the juice. All right.
Yep. There you go.
Even I know that one.
Well, good.
And obviously, I can make the jokes. So, hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Morning Steam for
Exactly,
Saturday,
butterscotch. Exactly, butterscotch.
May 20th. Everyone filing into the chat, and we'll have previews today. Big card, so we'll talk about it. We've got baseball, big time baseball, but we've got our big basketball game. We've got our big hockey game. We've got the WNBA as well. So we won't waste much time, but we do want to say hello to some folks coming in because Curtis was here to open the doors. And he said they're opening soon. You don't have to stick around, Curtis. Just open them. Go get your coffee. Curtis
Right.
runs. Curtis runs the show around here. Uh, News to pass along before we say hello. Maybe
Yeah.
the greatest running back of all time, Jim Brown, passes away at 89. More than just a running back, activist, civil rights activist. Not without his share of controversy, certainly, but still a mark on society for Jim Brown and his contributions. I think everything else. I mean, privately had some problems, certainly. Didn't necessarily, it wasn't a public issue. It was certainly, uh, you know, spend time in, you know, certain situations because of it. But we're talking about his contributions and Jim Brown passing away yesterday. Also, Mindy, we saw last night while you were at the concert, but I know you know, but the return of Brittany Griner to basketball. The vice president in attendance at the game spoke to both teams last night. Pretty good. No boo, not really any booze, even though she's on the road when she
Yep.
takes the floor. The WNBA crowd is going to always be supportive, I believe, of Brittany. Not going to probably have many fans who are going to be on the booing side, if you will, attending the WNBA games, and that's fine by us. We'll just want our
Correct.
fans in there cheering and rooting for people who, really aren't making a menace to society. Just some poor choices when packing your luggage. Let's be smarter about that. But, nothing to do about that. I'm happy about it. We're all happy about it. And 18 points, nonetheless, pretty solid. She's ready. They did get blown out by the
They
Sparks, by the way.
did. I saw she had 16 or so, points. So a decent
Yeah,
outing
18.
by Brittany. Good.
Yeah, so she's in there, and maybe LA is pretty decent because we
Gosh, I
know that
guess they
you
crushed
know
him. Yeah.
yeah, we know that Phoenix, they figure they think they're going to be good, so we'll give them the benefit of the doubt on opening night. Maybe against a decent team. Obviously, LA maybe didn't have the season they thought, but they do have a big time star, so or two. So we have WNBA picks to give out today. Let's say hello to everyone. Get rolling with this show because we've got to get going. And I I guess the other news. We don't know who was going to pitch for the. Well, Johnny Brito is going to pitch for the Yankees, but maybe he's in washing his hands right now. Maybe I don't know if,
Did he get
so
suspended?
no. What happened was uh, Mindy yesterday. Clark Schmidt um, came to the umpires to get his hands inspected, and they just told him to go wash his hands and come back. And that resulted in the ejection of the Reds manager because
Oh
if you
my
have something
goodness.
on your hands, I guess it's
Yeah,
supposed to be an
I would
ejection.
think.
They
Yeah.
just said go tidy up and then return. So maybe a new
But
rule
they
is
kind of told that to Scherzer, didn't they? That time to
wash
go wash his
your
hands, but then he came back and they were still sticky the following inning or something.
hands. The old wash your hands rule.
Gosh,
Uh,
what's up with
that's
the
what they
cheat,
used
Ramon?
to.
What's up with the cheat?
Well,
What's
I
up
don't
with
know. They used to just tell you to the little leaguers to wash your hands when you come back before you come back to the field. Curtis was here to open the doors. Here's Alan today. Ash is here. Bionic is here. FKD ready to roll with
FAD?
Sue. Butterscotch is here today. And I want to say a shout out to Blake and his family. He was
Yeah,
excited
congrats.
about his son's graduation. We didn't get to acknowledge it yesterday.
Yeah,
So
maybe almost empty nesters, perhaps. Are we getting close, Blake?
Thomas Lewis here. And Butterscotch. Oh, the stars cost him, Mindy. And we were on the
I
Knights.
know.
Oh, well, we're never, so many picks. We're not going to ever get on anybody for, not going with us. I mean, you guys have your own opinions, but we were strong on the Knights yesterday. And it was a good game, though. I mean, uh, great game, no doubt. All right. So FKD, we saw Nathan Cerna here today.
Winning again.
Those
With
machines,
himself,
okay.
yeah. Real fun.
Gary, thank you. Um, Gerardo here, probably watching his soccer matches here on a Saturday. And Nathan passing along some soccer picks as well in the chat.
Cool.
So, oh, great, Gary. Thank you so much. And who else? Meat is here.
We have the meats. He's arrived. We're ready. We can go now that the meat is here.
Don't get as much Arby's. There's one right, one of my favorites.
I do kind of want to try those new like barbecue bourbon sliders, like that chicken one. Every time that commercial comes on, it's like at 1 a.m. I'm like, oh, I'm hungry.
Moneyline Mills is here. Darren is here today. All right, let's go over real quick to Tony'sPicks.com and let you know what we got going over there. We're going to give you a bunch of free picks here in just a moment, but we do have our premium picks today over at Tony's Picks. We'll see what Mindy and I come up with here on the show for our consensus premiums, and we'll be ready to roll with our premiums. And not too much of a rush. It's mostly afternoon. The card is huge at 3:00 your time, Mindy. Most of the games, that's when most of the
Yeah, it
games
was like
are
a
going
laundry
on
list.
today. So there's not really a lot of early action. There's one kind of game that starts at 1 your time. And, there's one of the early WNBA. So,
Okay.
but I think everything really gets going here in
Yeah,
about
12.
6 hours, so 6.5, 7 hours or so. Even though it's a Saturday, we're in a rush because we got a lot of games, but no rush to get to the window, you guys. There's no, urgent soccer. As I know it's coming. It's all being played right now, but we're talking about our sports. So let's go over and take a look, Mindy, because it was a big day for the crew at Tony's Picks, including Mindy Hahn, 9 winners. Uh, Mindy, you were at a concert. You don't
I
even know
was.
you were 9-3. This
I
is the
did
first
not.
you're seeing it. So we'll take a look, but also want to
I
point out
couldn't get reception in there. I tried to look at, scores. I was interested what was going on with, softball regionals. I was trying to see what the Huskers were doing, all that kind of stuff. I saw they ultimately lost to Wichita State. But it's interesting because, I know a lot of players for Nebraska Omaha, of course. And then I know, the coaching staff for Nebraska because they were my coaches at UNO. Diane Miller, she's, one of the coaches there for Nebraska. So I have some ties there. And then a lady that I played slow pitch softball with, her daughter is one of the stars there for Wichita State. So it's been a lot of fun.
I didn't look across the board for I wouldn't. I don't know if there were any upsets or not. I was just
Yeah, I
following.
really did. Like I said, I really didn't see other than I saw Wichita State nab the Huskers after they were out to a big lead. So, and then when I came home, the first thing I saw was your San Diego State team that was up pretty big.
Yeah,
And
they
then
shut out
this
Liberty.
morning I was watching some
7-0.
replay with Notre Dame and Oregon. So
Okay.
yeah.
So we shall see. Also, it's don't pass over a little bit. Maybe there'll be some picks in the chat, but it is Preakness Day, and that card gets underway here in just a couple of hours. Some horse racing action. Just want to let you know that we're going to be getting into horse racing here at Tony's Picks in the months ahead. We Tony believes, and it's his channel, and I believe in the sport too. I do not think horse racing is dying, and I think that sports betting will continue to help horse racing continue its path as a great sport. And I know that there's, certainly not without its controversy, especially with this Triple Crown series. We've had some
Right.
rough
With
times,
the
but
horse, yeah.
I don't think horse racing is going anywhere. And you know, still a horse racing supporter. Anyways, Mindy, take a look at some of your games here. I'll just go off of them. But you actually had a push there in the Marlins game. I gave out the over on the show, and I said over 7.5, so I got a lost grading. But you had over in the hockey game, as did I, as a premium. Under in the Dodger game, over in the Royals, why no big deal there? But look at this. You had the Astros run line. You came in with college baseball. First chance we've had to offer college baseball. I know you and I would have wanted to, but
Sure.
just was not part of our. But now
Vanderbilt got the money, huh? All right, okay.
yeah, we were able to get our college baseball program
Looks like my
rolling
college
together.
baseball was a little bad.
Yeah, well, I mean, but just getting
Those
those. So
are
yeah,
like two of
yeah,
my losses right there.
just to lay off that, and you have a real smashing day, but you still had a
Right.
great day. So great job yesterday, Mindy, with that. I'll just point out, though, also, as we look at this handicapper leaderboard, though, that team's team was 6-1 on the day yesterday. So thank you guys for some great picks in the chat. Sean Dinwiddie 4-1. There's Mindy coming in with her great performance, 75%. There's our morning steam team, 6-1. Nick Vartini continues to roll. I want to say that's 18-3 over a 3-day stretch. Tiffany, another. She was a huge day for Tiffany. 78% right there. Unbelievable. 432. Ralph Raymond, 80%. Tony T, 75%. Daniel Walasachuk, Nick Lagaretos, Joshua Pope. Looking for Ramon Scott. Don't see him. Let's look at the last 7 days. Team Steam.
There we
The
go,
hottest
Team
over the
Steam.
last 7 days. We've talked about our winning streak. Look, Mindy, it wasn't pretty. I mean, it wasn't like, we were breaking the bank or anything, but as long as you can put the green numbers up there, now it starts to pay off. After a week, you see right there, pretty good, 649. Nick Martini, just as hot, if not a little hotter. plus 617. Nick Lagarettos plus 440. Ralph Raymond, Josh Pope, Tony T, Sean Dinwiddie, king of totals. Last 30 days, Morning Steam teams up there, 24 games over 500. Ralph Raymond's on top, 1,429 units. Nick Lagaretto, 653, and Tony T's up a nickel over the last 30 days here at Tony'sPicks.com. There are premium picks available. Mindy and I are going to give you a bunch of free picks in just a moment. Then we'll have our premium picks. But just to cover real quick, want to shout out all the cappers who have their picks up and ready to go. Look, Hollywood Sam, he's got soccer action here this afternoon. There's Tony T, his Saturday 3-pack, 2 in baseball, 1 in basketball. Daniel also with a 3-pack in the major leagues. Take a look at some late Steam action coming up right here also on the pick ticker. Yeah, these ones go off bottom of the hour. If you need a pick, you want to watch some soccer, you don't have Gerardo, some of our guys in the chat. How about Frankfurt and Schalke? Going to start here in a couple minutes. Cologne and Werder going to start, as well as Villa and Liverpool. Also top of the hour, Man U and Bournemouth. I always like following Man U. I try to own a little bit of Robinhood stocks in any team that is publicly traded. So go Man U. I own the Man U. I'm the owner of that team.
I am the owner.
I'm the owner. Also later on, Arsenal and Forest. Nick's got other plays there in Spain, Mallorca, Almeria, and also Elchen Getafe. All right, going to be a great day of sports action. Let's get with the picks here. Mindy, shout out a few more people. Yeah, Gerardo. Oh, don't forget UFC. I'll have a package there as well.
There's so much going on.
Yeah, it should be a fun day. So Blake says he thinks 12. Well, maybe. All right. Any more? Let's see. Tyrone Coleman here. And let's get rolling. All right. I think, Takia's here. See, James, it's weekend. I know see James there. We know you're watching. Great. All right. Let's get going.
Here we go.
Going with the picks.
Rapid fire, free, complimentary picks.
We're starting with the Nuggets and the Lakers. All right, Mindy, the Nuggets and the Lakers here tonight, and we're back in L.A. Look, considering what's happened so far in the series, the way I see it, right? I mean, yes, the Nuggets have that 2-0 lead. Lakers stayed in there, right? I mean, they played competitive. So how do you look at it? Because obviously you got, Denver, they didn't cover the 5.5. They lost by the hook or whatever. They didn't cover the 7. They lost by 2. So the Nuggets won. They didn't cover. If any, it's not a victory for the Lakers at all. They're staring 0-2 in the face as they come back home. But they got the money. So to me, you come back home, you're supposed to at least win these games. Now, can they cover? This looks like it's closely contested, but we know the Nuggets are kind of a home and away team.
Well, I like these, Lakers. Like they're, probably my favorite basketball team. I don't really have anything, close to me. I've always, followed them other than the Bulls. I've always been a Jordan fan. I also kind of liked, the Celtics with Larry Bird. I mean, I'm old school. I like the Pistons. I liked all those big rivalries here, but I kind of feel like with the Lakers here so far, maybe they've gotten a couple, they've had some leads in there, but they've been early in the game. I haven't seen a lot where when they needed to get it, they kind of got it. So for me, it's kind of hard for me to imagine here that the Lakers are going to have this big lead at the end of the game. I don't really see that. I mean, we know obviously Murray was playing a little bit better, feeling a little bit better from his illness. We know Joker's out there playing well too. I just think the Nuggets here are going to be too hard to beat. I'm going to go with the Nuggets, and I'm going to take the points here.
Mindy will take the points. You say hard to beat, like maybe the Lakers still can win, or you think that maybe.
I think the Lakers, they can maybe get one of these games here at home. I mean, I'm not so sure. Like, uh, I'm not so sure. I really think that going into this, I still think the Nuggets should be favored in this game. That's, kind of where I see it.
Wow, that almost sounds premium like.
But it's the postseason for me, Ramon. My postseason numbers have not been,
Okay.
so great. I mean, the postseason's a different ball game for someone like me that works with numbers and averages and statistics. There's to me a lot more ebbs and flows here in the playoffs. So it's kind of been more of a, an eye opener, I think, for me this year.
Fair enough. Nathan says LeBron will come out vintage. Watch. Or you could say LeBron will come out with a vintage watch as if he's set for retirement. They gave him a watch to send him on his way. No, we won't say that. LeBron's going to come out big, and Denver's going to come in with their game. Like I said in that last game, India, I thought that Murray looked terrible in the first half. I was like, this guy is looks
He
out
was
of
sick,
shape.
right? I mean, he's, I don't know,
But
under the weather.
oh yeah, he came through big
Maybe.
time in that one, and well, and we saw. We didn't really even talk about yesterday's Eastern Conference final, and well, I know some goofball was saying that he wanted Miami on the money line again yesterday, so. Heat gets it done on the road yesterday, but this has been a series where the home team won the first two games in this one. Gary says, yeah, Lakers were the ones that had a little more. No, well, yeah, we know the Nuggets are. Like I said, that home away is kind of stands out a little bit, certainly, but. Ron says he'll take the points. And Gary maybe first half to Kia on the I'm on the under. I'm on the under, Mindy. Here you're on the Nuggets. And I will take under 222. All right. Looks like you guys Scotch Denver money line here, possibly. All right. Mindy's on the Nuggets. I'm on the under. And I did have a premium on the under last night, lost by half a point, Mindy.
Stupid
Yeah,
points.
I went under, and it was 215.5 in the system. Probably was for most people by the time they got it from me. There was a lot of 216s out there, but that would have
Darn
only
it.
been a push, anyways. So, hello to Solo with me here on the under. Mindy on the Nuggets. All right, that's basketball. Got to keep this moving. All right, Mindy, the Florida Panthers on the road. I've gotten a few playoff games right.
That's right.
So let's take a look at this one.
Or I should say, that's correct.
All right, here we go with the Panthers, the Canes in this one. 1-0 now in this one after we saw game one go to the Panthers 3-2. So there'll be a dog here though. Carolina minus $1.50. And the total right there. I don't think there's been much movement. 5.5 over, maybe minus 115. Expecting a low score here.
Well, Ramon, I like the Hurricanes, the first game. And this Panthers team, just keeps showing me that they can win. They totally took control of game one, getting that into overtime and, getting the win. I mean, this team, they just don't give up, right? I mean, I think they're playing excellent defense right now. I got to go back with them. I'm going to go back to the Panthers here today. They're 5-0 in their last 5 games, especially playing on some rest here. 13-3 on the road. I thought Carolina was probably the better team in this series. After game one, I'm not quite so sure. So I'm going to go back to the Panthers here today.
Yeah, I was one on the Panthers last time. I think I do like them again today, just at the price. It's going to be tough. I expect another game. I'm expecting it maybe to be 2-2, probably go to overtime, and one of the and there's a prediction one of the teams is going to win. It might not be
Amazing prediction.
Florida. Yeah, uh, you know, it's tough to take a puck line here at -$2. It might not be the wrong play necessarily
Right.
in this one if I like Florida because they, like I said, they could drop this one. I'll take them with you on the money line to have the action. I do like Florida in this game. It's nothing overwhelming. It's not going to be something that was necessarily going to be premium for me here. It is my preferred play, though, of the two between side and total right now, I think. Uh, just because I feel like, look, we get $1.30 or more is fine. That's where probably the line should be. Uh, boy, uh, I don't see much advantage to the line here, for me. So let's see what you guys got in the chat. And this one's tough, right? Because when everybody, how many times do gamble, say Carolina Panthers, right? Because we want a
Right.
football team here. So let's take a look and see what you guys got here. Blake says Panthers. Nathan says this is it, big time for the Canes. Yeah, that probably is going to keep me off as a premium here, certainly. All right. Verley says he's got Canes first period. Rocco, hello. Yeah, Darren, it's a high puck line, but it's not like it's a surprise or anything. So
Yeah, they've all are going to be like that in the playoffs. They want you to pick, you know,
I'm going money line with
non-puck
Mindy
line.
so we can have a play. And, I think if they get into overtime, it'd be all right. Yeah, Butterscotch with you. I mean, that's why we're kind of on them at this point. They've been terrific on the road, obviously. They're unbelievable on the road. 3-2. That's what it's going to be. That's what I'm thinking. So, also the under, Burley says. And Takia on the under as well. All right. Enjoy the games tonight. Unless you
Yep.
got anything else, we got a lot of games to cover. We're going to keep moving and get these plays in so we can get some premium. All right. That looks like it. Thanks to everyone previewing those games. And yeah, I saw that Brentford just come in. You guys were talking about that in the chat. 3-1 victory. All right. Let's go over to baseball, Mindy, and get
All
rolling.
Nathan does is win. That's it. That's all he does is win, or at least yesterday and today.
I don't see any more picks here for the hockey game, so I don't feel like overwhelming in that Florida Carolina should be really tightly 2-2 seems automatic. 3-2, one team's going to win. I'll take the plus money. Is the way. Quite frankly, that's the way I'm looking at it. I don't even know. I'm not even sure. Usually we get to this time and I want to have a premium in all the big games. That one, even that total at 5.5 flat. I guess I'm feeling under, but we saw last night. And I did have it over in that. You did as well, and it took some little work to get there. You didn't see it, but it got to 3-3 late in the third. All right, let's get over to baseball now and take a look. Your Royals are going to be the top of the card. This is the early game that stands
I don't want to
out.
claim them.
Yeah, well, hey, I thought maybe when we were talking about your team in basketball, why wouldn't it be the Kings after they were in Kansas City for a long?
When was that?
That was as late as like 1970 something.
Oh, so like right when I was born. Gotcha.
Kansas City Kings. Okay.
All right. Well, I am from now on, Ramon. I'm a Kings
Reggie
fan.
Theus was a Reggie Theus was there.
Oh,
All right, let's get to the baseball with Well, with our man Jordan Lyles, can he keep his perfect streak going? 9 starts, 9
Oh, and
losses.
9.
Now he's not 0-9, but I mean but he is 0-9 in my scorekeeping because they've yet to win with Jordan Lyles on the mound, going up here against Giolito. And he's no great shakes either. He's been a big money burner so far. So
But he's 4-0, right? Versus a team with
well, right, but I mean, but they lose a lot of games when he starts. That's
Yes, I know what you mean.
so. Well, that makes things interesting. Okay, so the Royals and the White Sox here. Giolito, big favorite here. Buck 85. Let's make sure. Call it a buck 99 under 15.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is what it comes down to, right? The starting pitching, like Ramon said, Lyles has been, I don't know, maybe a train wreck, something like that. I mean, he's given up 4 or more earned runs in 7 of his 9 appearances.
Hmm.
The White Sox already have gotten him for a couple home runs here this season. I'm taking the White Sox on the run line. -1.5. A little bit of plus money there, maybe about 105, 106. That's what I
Yeah,
have.
well, yeah, we might get it even. I don't know
You
if we
said we might
can.
get it. That must mean you're not taking the Royals today, Ramon.
Yeah, I'll take the White Sox. Let's take them on the run line. Giolito, look, the White Sox are, what did we say, two
Brett
and
Favre.
seven in his starts. So
I like
uh,
it.
Royals now just 8-15 on the road. I'll lay the run and a half with you. I was even willing to go money line, but I know that's a high price now at 190 or so. And a lot of people say, Mindy, when should you take the run line? In my opinion, you should always take the run line if it is more closer towards a -110 than because they're expected to win the game by that much. If you like the team, that's laying $2. That's uncomfortable, right? I mean, if anything, if you're laying $2, you it's almost like saying, well, maybe the underdog's going to stay in there. I know how it works as parlays and all that. So let's take the White Sox here today on the run line. Giolito 3.16 ERA in his last 4 starts. You mentioned, he's probably a little better than the rating that I give him because of the fact that they, like I said, they've only won 2 of 9, and put these guys together in the starts, right? 2 wins and 16 losses.
That
That's
good, huh?
terrible. I would imagine the bats will be clicking on both sides today. Royals have gone under in 6 of their last 8. Oh boy, comments. I didn't even
Oh boy.
consider some of
Well,
these guys here.
it's
Let's
mostly fade Kansas City. I mean, I don't I don't see too many Royals out there.
okay. White Sox run line, butterscotch, White Sox run line. Everybody on the Sox. Blake says over. I like the over, don't you, Mindy? I don't know. I don't have to give it away. You might be on the over here
I am
somewhere.
on the over somewhere, yes.
GTG, look out, Lyles, great stats. Uh, yeah, we're going to need more than that. We're going to need Frank White. We're going to need George Brett. We're going to need Freddie Patek. Who else can we get to come out of retirement? For the Royals, Mindy.
Oh,
Dan Quisenberry,
I'm
uh,
visualizing some folks.
possibly as well.
Uh,
Darren on the White Sox here. Alan on the White Sox. Anybody else want to throw out some old time Royals? I should be better on some of these guys.
Same. I can see all their faces. I can't come up with any names right now. I'm just going to say it's too early. That's all.
Here's an over for Solo.
I look for you to Ramon to have all that stuff like sitting there ready to go. Have to go look it up and be like, oh
You're on the White
yeah.
Sox, Gary. Don't you worry. Key on the White Sox. Steve on the White Sox. And we'll take the White Sox here today. Yeah, sorry, Royals. All right. Next up, now we're getting into Frank White was a Royal. I'm pretty sure he's in the Royals Hall of Fame. Frank White was a great player. All right, Mindy. So now we get into these games where oh no, I got one more. This is a 3 Eastern, 2 Central, noon Pacific. So then we'll just tell you about all the games that start in the next hour. But first, it'll be the Orioles and the Blue Jays with Grayson Rodriguez. Man, this guy is a moneymaker. He's going up here against Alec Manoah, who's not been, maybe he's starting to come back down to reality here. Manoah, the Blue Jays are minus 14 apparently today. Wow.
All right. I'll
Let's
take
call
that.
it $1.35, 9.5 under now. Pretty big move here to the under. The steam came in on the over, but I look at this line now and it's 9.5 under 20. So that's kind of reversed field here over the last hour or two.
Yeah, Nathan, he's kind of cracking me up here this morning. I mean, Manoah, I've tried to give this guy, a chance here, especially with the kind of bats this Blue Jays team has, but he's now 0-4 in his last four starts, 0-4 in his last last 4 home starts. I, just can't do it. Baltimore again has that second highest winning road win percentage. I'm going to go ahead and take the Orioles here today, Ramon.
I also am going to take the Orioles today. We're getting $1.20. I like the Orioles in this game here. Rodriguez has been sharp. I like what I see from him so far, and I think at plus money, I'm willing to take the Orioles here. We're taking them as a dog. What are you guys going to do in the chat? Here comes Blake over. Fernando, Orioles an over. Butterscotch on the over. Steam came in on the over, and now you guys are getting the best price possible. I don't know. Maybe it'll go back down to 9. It'd be juiced, but Solo will take the dog
I'll
with
take
us.
A 9.
Run line here. And FKD says, don't forget Michael Jordan played for the White Sox.
That's right.
For the Birmingham Barons. Takia on the Orioles. And let's see here. I want to see the
looking for Michael Jordan's hitting stats.
No.
Just kidding.
Baltimore over here for Verley. All right. No, I just wanted to see something on Manoah, but Darren on the Orioles. So wow, you guys, did we convince you, or are you guys already all over the Orioles here?
It looked like they were already there.
Okay.
We got folks coming in with some stats. Toronto 0-10 in the last 10 games on the run line.
Against division opponents.
Correct. American League East. Yep.
And that's the one. Sometimes those stats can be a little bit frivolous. I like ones like this when you're playing within your division. For example, I don't like this one as much if you're saying, Toronto's 0-10 against the American League West.
Right.
I don't think it's as significant. Maybe there's a little bit too, because you could be traveling to the West. They were all road games, for example, and you're not good in your time in that time zone type of thing. But I think against the division, I think that's more significant. So, all right. That's we're on the Orioles, and so is the chat. And maybe if Michael Jordan could come back and play for the White. Oh gosh, there's more. Jamal on the Orioles, Rocco on the Orioles. So, yeah, I don't even know. Tim Tebow's quit baseball, right? You got I have no idea
if he's doing commercials.
Okay. Well, we know
I think he go play for the Broncos, if anything.
Well,
go
we
back
know he's
there.
on. We know he's does analyst work now too. Certainly. So he's a wealthy man and never, did a good job. Even with his short career, it wasn't all about that. We know that. All right, we're on the Orioles. Wow,
Wow.
everybody's on the
Amazing.
Orioles. Okay, here we go. Cubs and Phillies in this
All
one.
right, let's do it.
Phillies big favorite at home, but buck 69 under 15.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go back here on the Phillies today. Again, we talked about how both teams have kind of been, struggling here, but I think it's more of this Cubs pitching today might struggle here. Tyone dealing with a little bit of injury issues, and I just think, now he's coming in with a little bit of, lack of run support, I would say.
Oh, yeah,
So I'm
for
going to go
sure.
ahead and give the advantage to the Phillies here today.
Yeah, that lack of run support almost has him in Jordan Lyles territory. Mindy, 6 starts, and the Cubs have not won any of those games so far this season. So, uh, been a little bit of an issue with Tyone. He's better than Jordan Lyles, I guess, but Verley's on the Phillies here. I'm on the Phillies. We'll take him. We're on the money line, right, on this
Yep,
one?
we're on the money line. Yeah,
That's fine at a
it's like
dollar.
what, minus 170 or so, you said?
Yeah, they'll be
Like,
cheaper than that by the time we hit the
okay.
window. If anything, the actions come in a little bit on the Cubs. So giving us an okay price here. Still tough to lay some big numbers, but we're going to end up doing it today here. So, all right. And we do have Butterscotch is going to stick with his Cubs here against us in this one. And Nola hasn't been Nola like. I think that's fair to say. But we'll be up. Mindy and I are on him. The Marlins and the Giants. Now, again, like the Cubs game, these are all the 4 Eastern, 3 Central, 1 Pacific starts. Braxton Garrett and Logan Webb here on the road. Giants favorite at home here, buck 65, total 7.5 over 15. So this total is dropping a little bit here as well today.
Oh, goodness gracious. For this one here, I was going to kind of go ahead and take a look at the over here. Now you say it's kind of been trending under. Goodness, Ramon. I'm still going to go ahead and go with the over total here today. It's one of those with Braxton Garrett. He has that 5.4 ERA. The Giants bullpen's not great. Marlins bullpen's not great. I'm going to go over the total here today.
Well, you're getting the best price now, Mindy. This one's ticked down to 7.5 over, so you are getting a really good price. No doubt about it. Now the steam came in on the under, so I think that's why you're seeing the move like we are. And what can you say, Garrett? Man, they've been making money with Garrett on the mound. And this one, I like the Giants. I don't know if they can cover. It's a pretty high price. I'm gonna take the Giants at $1.65. I'll lay a favorite here on the show. I wouldn't want to necessarily lay it as a premium, I don't think, but I will take them here in this one. Here comes Sean Money here today. Hello, Sean.
Sean Money.
There's a money line lock. And I don't want to lay a price and say, hey, I've got this $1.65 block, but I'm with you on that one, Sean. I'm with you. At least I'm going to take them. Not going to put a
tag on it.
Right. Blake on the under here. Butterscotch on the under. Howard here today. He says, good morning, my babies. Jamal on the Giants. Asante Wave here today. Great to see Asante on the Giants. Steve Fowlo's on the Giants. I'm on the Giants. We're on the Giants. Mindy's on the over. and Rocco on the Giants. Yeah, Garrett, the numbers haven't been great, but man, the Marlins win with Garrett. They win with Garrett. That's what I like.
Like teams that win, huh, Ramon?
That's what I like. And Rocco, because sometimes you get ahead and you can pitch longer, you can pitch more comfortable. You don't want to get in trouble. Rocco here, Giants minus a run makes it a little better price. Okay, I'm on the Giants. Mindy's on the over. A lot of games. Here we go. Diamondbacks. Beefot on the mound here, going up against uh, Mitch Keller. And in this one, I'm showing the Pirates here. $1.40, 8.5 over 20.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go to the over in this one here as well for the Pirates today. I'm got so many games here. I can't find my notes. There it is right in front of me. But yeah, I mean, we have, Brandon Pfaadt in there with 8.59 ERA. Mitch Keller, he's sitting at a 4.4.
Okay.
We have the Diamondbacks scoring 5 runs of offense, the Pirates 4 runs of offense. They each give up 5 runs and 4 runs there as well. I'm going to go up over the total here today.
All right. I'll go with you on the over. Why not? Let's see here. We've got Jamal on the Bucks here today. Asante says Pirates are a lock. No, they've been profitable with Keller on the mound, I'll tell you that. But Brandon Pfaadt also, they might have something here. Here's Rocco says Diamondbacks first 5 is maybe his call. He's not sure. And Rocco says everyone's going to be on the Pirates today. And talking about there, I couldn't pull the trigger. I think yesterday, Mindy, you went with the Arizona, and I didn't want to go. I wanted the Pirates, and I couldn't put them in my premiums. I just took them in pocket. Not saying Gallon. I mean, I love Gallon, but
right.
Pittsburgh here for Butterscotch. And Tony Livernesi here today. Good to see. We're waiting, Blake. He'll be here, I'm sure.
Jared, where are you? Are you here?
And Darren Rail raised the Jolly Roger today. He gave us some good picks for a couple days.
That's right.
Okay. But
handicapping's a hard job, I tell you.
Told us to watch for those winners. Watch for those winners. Tigers. Okay, we're on the over there, Mindy. We're on another play. All right, the fade train with the Tigers here. And the Nationals with Corbin. Well, we know Corbin's a moneymaker. Hey, he's done pretty well, you guys. Here you got nearly a pick 'em, though, in this one. Nationals are a slight favorite, minus $1.15, 9.5 under 15.
Yeah, it's hard having all of these, games right here at once, because then I'm a little bit of out of order here.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, it's not your fault. Like, I'm the one I'm sure that's out of order. I just pull the lines from IBlameTheLines.com. That's where I pull them in at. We're not the same. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and take the Tigers. I mean, I like the Nationals. I don't really like them here on the money line. I kind of like them more as a run line play, but then they're sitting at minus 190. I'm going to take the Tigers. They've been having the better go here offensively as of late. 3.54 runs of offense, only allowing 4.68. On the other hand, this Nationals teams, I keep talking about them, they keep allowing 5 to 6 runs a game here. Again, I think this one is going to be close. I like the Tigers bullpen here a little bit better as well. But I'm going with, Fado here for the Tigers.
Yeah, Sean, we were over on that last game. Sorry if I wasn't clear on that. here comes some Nats action. Solo, Blake, Butterscotch. Mindy probably figured she might be on the less popular side. I don't know here today. And here's Rocco. Yeah, Rocco. Yeah, but consider. Well, don't consider much. I mean, maybe it's just maybe Corbin just had he's probably going to be better than everybody thought, and so he'll probably come back down a little bit. But
Yeah, I mean, he's
at
definitely
least
done, better, um, especially at home, I would say. So I get it.
I've took him. I've took him a few times for sure. And Takia on the Tiger. So you do have some Tiger support in here for sure in this one. All right. Steam, pretty heavy here. Steam all in the over. The Sharps ready to buy it back to the under. So I'm going to be on the under, especially at 9.5. Give me the under.
Given, I shall give it to you.
Rockies and Rangers here with, well, Sonny Gray is big favorite here, $1.85, 8.5 over 20, going up against Freeland.
I'm finding it. I'm finding it. I'm going to go with the Rockies here on the run line today. We got, John Gray on the mound for the Rangers. He's actually statistically the lesser pitcher in this one. If we take a look at his home and away splits, 4.77 ERA at home. The Rockies team, 2.84 with Freeland on the mound. I know the Rangers have been scoring more. I get that. Also have the Rockies with a little bit better bullpen action right now. Taking the Rockies here on the run line.
All right, Mindy, with those Rockies here, run line on the road, getting plus 1.5 at minus $1.25 or so. Not too shabby of a line. And I'll take the under in this one with the Rockies and the Rangers. Colorado's gone under in 11 of their last 16 games. Texas has been a pretty hardcore over, but Rockies on the road, they just go under every time, probably, because of their bats, I would assume. Well, no, I don't not assume that is the case. And maybe there's just something about the thought process because of the numbers out of Colorado that maybe their road total ends up a half a run higher here and there. I don't know. It's pretty steady to the under when they go on the road. So Blake here on the Rockies run line with you. Takia on the Rockies. And Rocco team total over for the Rockies. Yeah. And let's see here. Butterscotch on Colorado here. Yeah. Oh, did I say Sonny Gray? I meant John Gray. Oh, was that me?
No, that wasn't you.
No, I said John Gray. Okay.
Yeah.
I like Sonny Gray too. I love Sonny Gray. I loved Sonny Gray. I love John Gray. All right. And Nathan here may be with me on the under. Jamal on the Rangers, Burley on the Rockies, a little bit of mixed bag. I'll take the under with Freeland and John Gray. Yeah, you guys got me doing it. Solo, though, on the over here. All right. Continuing on with, well, I tried the Athletics yesterday. I was just throwing stuff out there, I guess. Anyways, here's Houston, big favorite again. They're 280 or so, 8.5 under 15. Pretty a move to the under here for sure this morning in this one.
Yeah, I mean, Oakland is, probably one of the, the worst teams we've seen in a while through, I think, 50 games here or so. Houston's offense, I think, has been clicking a little bit. I kind of expected more out of the Rays myself, Ramon. I kind of expect that again here today. I'm going to go ahead and go over the total with this one for the Astros. I just think that, the bat should come around here in this one a little bit here today. Taking the over.
Well, look, I think it'll go over as well. I want to go over in every A's game. I want to go over in every Astros game at this point. Remember, the Astros were a dead solid under a lot last year because of the pitching, the bullpen, and they're still. I mean, everybody knows the Astros are coming. The Astros are coming. And Luis is going to be on the Astros today run line. Fernando on the run line. And Houston here. It's all about Houston for everybody here in this one, Mindy.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, here's an over. Here's a Houston run line and over. I think maybe that is. So hello to Michael Thompson here today. All right, let's take the over, especially at 8.5. That's what I like about it. Juice to the under. Butterscotch will lay 2.5 runs here with Downtown Brown, Hash Brown, Hunter Brown.
Downtown Julie Brown.
What we need is Hunter Brown against Hunter Green.
Yes, that would be awesome. I think that makes ultimately a Brown.
And here, I guess so. All right. Athletics and Browns will be on. Athletics and Astros. Let's take the over in this one. All right. All right. Well, I think I can. We have a line on this one now. Let me put it up.
This Yankees one.
Yeah, because what we have here, Mindy, today is. Let me take a look, and it is. Oh boy. So it's. I believe Johnny Brito, but he may be getting an opener, and I think that's what the deal is here. The Yankees, of course, are favored. They're favored minus $1.60, and the total 10.5. So Brito, he's expected to get the bulk of the innings. It's just a matter of they're deciding whether or not he's going to require an opener today in the game. So we're pretty confident that's where this game stands.
Can you tell me again who the starting pitchers will be?
Johnny Brito.
That's all we know?
No. I'm sorry. Brito could start.
Weaver. Okay.
He may be getting an opener, so someone may be pitching one inning before Brito comes in. But Brito, the Yankees pitcher, is going to get the bulk of the innings. Whether or not he starts in the first inning or second inning, that's yet to be determined, I believe, is where we stand on this.
Okay, but we know Weaver's in there for sure, right?
Oh, yeah.
Know, Weaver has, struggled. I know that this Yankees team has put up at least 6 runs against Luke Weaver here. So I'm going to go ahead and take the over. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at this matchup a little bit better since I have more time. But I do think this one gets over the total here today.
Okay, big number here.
It is a big number, 10.5.
Yeah, for sure. Huge number here at 10.5, and Yankees have gone over in 11 of their last 15 games. Weaver's got those blow-up numbers. Let's take a look at what the chat has to say. Judge home run again. It's a lock. It's been how many? 7 games in a row, or 7 home runs in 7 games, I think. Luis Venegas on the Yankees. Jamal on the Reds here. Blake, Yankees, first 5 money line. Brito on the road. He says a 4.5 ERA for Brito. On the road, says CTG. Nathan's hungry. He says, give me a burrito. First 5 money line.
Burrito sounds yummy at this point. I feel like I haven't eaten anything since like 6 o'clock yesterday, so I'm hungry.
And let's see here anymore in this one, because I guess I'm going to have to.
Those are the best.
I was kind of like you, because of the way the Yankees kind of waited and waited. I mean, again, it shouldn't matter much, necessarily because of here's Asante wants wants the Yankees here. So, all right, I've got to take the Yankees in this one. That's going to be my free play here on the show. I'll take the Yankees in this one. So in this one, this would just be one where you would pick action. Don't wait to designate a pitcher. It's tough nowadays because of, you know, when it gives you that little checkbox, you don't know always what do you want your listed pitcher. So in a situation like this where you don't know who's going to start, but you want the Yankees, make sure you're taking action as your designated pitcher. You know what I mean? If
Yeah.
you guys don't know what I mean, please hit me up in the Discord. And I know it's already 2 months in. I know everybody here knows how to bet baseball, what we're doing. But if they've ever had any problem, or if they're like, oh my gosh, my bets are getting canceled because I'm putting designated pitcher or two, I can help explain to you when the best times are to take your pitcher or not. Only if you're having trouble. Hello to Shannon Moore. All right, the Brewers, they are sound on their starter. They were a little late to announce, but they'll have Eric Lauer in there against Zach Eflin. And the Rays are a huge favorite, of course, $1.90. And this total has been moving up for sure. Here, Mindy, this one now is at 8 over 25, maybe even over minus 130. So this one is totally on the move. The steam came in on the over. A lot of over action here.
Okay. Well, for me, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the Brewers today. I don't want the Rays here on the money line, minus 185, minus 200 is what I saw it at earlier. I kind of didn't really want any part of that. I do like the Brewers here today. I think they can hang in there. We got Eric Lauer on the mound, 1.9 ERA, 1.96 ERA for Eflin here. Both of these two guys strike out a lot, have 10 Ks per 9 innings here thus far. Eflin has that 24% K rate. But then you come in and you have a 258 batting average lifetime versus Eric Lauer for the Rays. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and take this Brewers team. I think they can go ahead and keep it close today here with some, solid pitching. And then, of course, we have a pretty even bullpen. So I'll go ahead and take the Brewers with a run here today.
Okay, Brewers in the handicap for Mindy in this one with Lauer. Zach Eflin, what can you say? He's really the Rays take a pitcher. I don't know who Tony the other day. Tony said, "Oh, the Rays wouldn't even take." I'm like, "Wow, if the Rays couldn't fix you, you must be terrible because they can fix anybody, even Zach Eflin." And man, if you're a pitcher looking to resurrect your career, just try to sign with these Rays, and they'll fix you right up. Probably send you on your way to another franchise and make you money. All right, Blake on the Rays here, Luis on the Rays. Butterscotch with you, Mindy. Jamal says Rays. And Ron may come with. He's not sure. Yeah, the Brewers definitely. It seems like they're a team when you have them, they don't come through, and when you don't, they come through. Asante, Tampa Bay, Verley, Rays run line. And Brewers, wow, 11-0 on the run line against Tampa. Oh, in Tampa? Wow. That is quite a number. Now, here's the thing, like we said, Solo. So now things aren't going to change in the future because these teams will meet every year. But remember, the Brewers in Tampa, that would be over about a 6-year span because they only were playing every 3 years previously, and 11 games. Usually play one home series, one away series. So it would have been before that. I don't know where they were in the rotations before this. Apologies there. But whatever happened is the previous, so like they would have played 6 games, I think, and then they would have played 3 years earlier than 6 games there. So, but still, nonetheless, it's a stat.
That's right.
And Curtis says under Michael Thompson, Milwaukee run line. Mindy's on the Milwaukee run line. I'm on the under in this one.
I also like the under.
Eflin 4-1, 1-4 to the under in his last 5 starts, and the Brewers have gone under in 5 of their last 7. Lauer has gone under in 4 straight starts. I will go under, especially now, and you could probably wait this one out. And like I said, 8 over 30. This one opened 7.5. There's no doubt about it that this game opened 7.5 at DraftKings, 7.5 over 15, and now we're seeing 8.5s pop up. So to me, I think that's value.
All right. Agreed.
Okay, next up, it's the Guardians and the Mets with Bibby here against Scherzer. And Scherzer, home favorite, of course, down to $1.45. Was definitely as high as what I think $1.65 or so. So Max not getting the credit at the window anymore. It
Right.
seems like, yeah. Guard's team came in on Cleveland, no doubt. And that's probably why we're seeing as much as a 20-cent move. Steam was on the Guardians and the under here.
Yeah, I mean, Scherzer has, given up 6 runs versus the Tigers. His numbers haven't been very, encouraging, I would say. I mean, to me, his 4.88, a lot of times with these veterans, you're like, I think, maybe that ERA isn't really justified. In this case, I kind of think it is. I think the Mets, haven't really played to their potential yet. And Bibby, he's pretty exciting on the mound, limiting his opponents here so far to 2 or fewer runs in 3 of his 4 performances here so far. And that was against teams like, the Yankees and the Angels, some teams that maybe were a little bit more hot with the bats. I'm going to take the Guardians here, plus 1.5, about minus 150 or so.
Okay. I was willing to take a Guardians money line here with you, but I'll take them on the run line with you, Mindy. Why not get a little extra 1.5 going with Matt? Going against Max. Maybe not totally profitable yet, but I do like him so far. Max, yeah, disappointment maybe, but he does keep you in the game still. Butterscotch, what is he saying here? Cleveland Mets under has all the value, both. Yeah, the boy. The Mets are big chokers. Cleveland hasn't been able to get their offense going, so maybe an under is in order here. Takia on Cleveland. Mindy and I are on Cleveland run line here with Bibby. So is Michael Thompson. And that's what we're on. We're on Cleveland run line. We've got to play. All right, now we're moving into late afternoon action in the national TV window with the Dodgers and the Cardinals. And I'm showing this one as a pick 'em right now, but now I'm showing the Cardinals maybe moving to a slight favorite here, which is kind of the way it was overnight. Maybe it moved back to a pick 'em a little bit. I'll leave it up there as a pick 'em because there are some books still at pick 'em, but those ones that kind of fine tune the numbers a little bit, starting to lean towards the Cardinals here.
Yeah, we're zigzagging in this series. We got the money with the Dodgers yesterday there, Ramon. Good job, Team Steam. So yeah, I'm going back with the Cardinals here in this one. I kind of expect it to be, maybe fairly high scoring here, I would say. The Dodgers are hitting well, but they're a little bit I would say, a little bit more off than this Cardinals team. Cardinals are hitting 280. Cardinals are hitting 282 right now compared to 231 here for the Dodgers. And we know what we have on the mound, right? We got 2 guys that like to, walk a lot of batters and give up some home runs. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Cardinals here with a little bit of plus money today at home.
Yeah, Mindy, even though the Cardinals are 19-27, I'm almost starting to be willing to wipe the slate clean a little bit from all those losses. I think the Cardinals it was just a very uncharacteristic start. They've had some situations going on, pitching wise, and now if they could just shore it up, and you got a guy like Nicholas, yeah, I get it. He gives up some uh, bombs, gives up some walks, but his
Right.
numbers are very good over the last 4 games, no doubt about it. 2 ERA with a 2-0 record in his last 4 games. Syndergaard near a 4.5 ERA. The Dodgers have been hot as well. Too hot for my liking, but can't deny 20 wins and 7 losses in the last 27 games, but just 12-10 on the road. Cardinals actually were struggling, remember, at home. Now I think they'll repair that record quickly. I got the Cardinals with you here today. I know what you're saying about the runs, and when I think about these two teams, I do think about runs. I got burned yesterday trying to come back with the over, but that was my bad. I think we did, like I said, we did have the winner, so uh, I saw that crazy game, and I'm just like, oh man, the Dodgers are just hitting right now. But you're right, they got 230 average in that span. So let's take a look here. Cards first 5 for Blake, Jamal on LA, Nathan. I think this is a Minnesota, Colorado, Los Angeles. I'm gonna guess on that. Here's Steve says he'll take the Dodgers. Syndergaard has a win over the Cardinals. Hey, Cowboy Cooley, Mindy, how about that? That looks. I feel like we don't even need Curtis here. I like Cowboy Cooley right there, and to have Cowboy Cooley here. Uh, Looks like he knows what's going on. Looks like you've been here before. Just hadn't had a chance to comment. Thank you, Cowboy Cooley. He represents all of our new viewers here today. Cowboy Cooley. Ron's got a Yurfie in this one. Nathan says, Nicholas, better at home. I sure hope so. We're on him, Mindy.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah. Well, Scotch, at least they're, down, they have a handicap of having to make up that terrible, so there's that. They got to make up all that distance. So you do have that going for you.
Consensus play number 8.
Burley on the Dodgers. Yeah, there's going to be some Dodgers support out there, no doubt about it. Thank you, Blake. Let's keep an eye on that. It's been a while since we've been to 100, but it is Saturday today, so thank you for everybody watching and also watching on the replay. Probably get some mileage out of it, even though it's on the weekend with the later starts. Here's the Mariners going up against the Braves in a real good matchup, certainly between the two teams. Now, the Braves are going to send out 59-year-old Jesse Chavez here to the mound, and boy, he's been around the block. Think of him as a middle reliever. He's closed. He's done it all. He started 80 games in his career. He looks like he's 50. He's only 39, but the Braves need him today to start here against the Mariners.
Man, the Mariners, I tried to back them yesterday. I just feel like they're having I feel like they're in a little bit of a, funk here at the moment. I know that it's one of those, like, I feel like Seattle has to come out and play their best game to beat Atlanta. They just haven't really been doing that. I think the Atlanta team has the better offense here. I'm going to go ahead and go with them. Both of these pitchers have, plus 4 or 5 ERAs on their splits. So for me, I think this comes down to the bats. I think the Braves are a little bit hotter right now. That's where I'm going. I'll take the Braves here today.
All right, Mindy on the Braves. If it was anybody else, I might be with you. I mean, I don't think Chavez is going to be, throwing very many innings. Is might be the equivalent of a bullpen game. He can go more than just 1 or 2, but I don't even know who the bulk guy doesn't look at it as closely as maybe I should have in this one. But still, I do think what you said about the runs possibly could be in order. In fact, I'm going to say this is a freemium for me. I love the over in this game. I don't want to take the Braves with you. I just have concerns. I want more from Gilbert. Certainly, he's been a disappointment to me to a certain extent. I thought we'd see a little bit 4.6 ERA in his last 5 starts, and he has not won in any of those. Although the Mariners are 3-5 in his starts. Seattle starting to maybe 1-4 in their last 5. And the Braves, uh, one down to 135. I should mention right there. So good price, Mindy. Just I want to give the Mariners a shot here. I'm going to go over.
I know.
Certainly these
because honestly, I watch the Mariners team, a lot. And I usually, if I'm gonna do like some, same game parlay or whatever, I'm in on that offense for, I like Kellenic, I like, Teoscar, I think they're guys that can hit the ball, but I see them go real hot and cold every once in a while, so
Oh God,
I'm just struggling with them.
yeah. Yeah, Blake says he'll be on the Brave, but a lot of support here for the Mariners for
I
sure.
see that.
Scotch on the Mariners. I mean, I'm feeling Mariners too, so I'm with you guys. I think I'm not going to post a challenge here to Mindy. I might even find a way to get maybe the Mariners on a premium here, but like I said, it's Gilbert that has me, somewhat worried. I know Scott saying I like Gilbert on the mound today. I like Gilbert on the mound. Period. It's just that I was expecting a little more here. Asante on the Mariners, CTG on the under. I'm on the over in this one. Solo Mariners. Jamal says bullpen game for the Braves. No doubt about it. And Steve on the over here. All right, Mindy on the Braves. I'm on the over. Almost done here with baseball.
Almost.
Here's the Twins and the Angels. Sandoval. Let's fix that. Sandoval going for the Halos. They are favored minus $1.20. Total 8.5 over 20. Louis Bartland for the Twins.
I'm going to go ahead and try the Angels today on the money line. I'm going to go ahead and back Sandoval today. 3.26 ERA at home. He gives up, barely walks anyone. And that's what I like. You got to keep guys, off the base paths here, right? Off the bag. So let's go ahead and take Sandoval today here on the money line.
Yeah, Mindy, if you didn't take him, I'm not totally sold that they were going to be a premium. When I get around to going through the whole card and finalizing it, definitely was something that has the note by it that this was a potential. I just a little bit gun shy a little bit for me in the major league, so I'm glad you're on it. Let's take them. I like the Angels quite a bit. Always going to have a card, never going to stop firing. So the Angels probably would have ended up being one of those teams today for me, and I'll take them with you. That's what I'll do.
Let's do
it. Yeah, we'll take the Angels
here. Sandoval's had a couple of really nice outings. I like how he's performing this season.
Yeah, 3.81 his last 4 starts. Varland, kind of similar numbers. Let's take a look here. We've got Blake on the Angels in this one, as is Takia Butterscotch. It's all Angels. Wow. Okay. This is turning out to be consensus. The city
makes you feel a little bit better.
Asante on the over, and this is the way I was going with the total too. And well, I'm not gonna. Probably going to be on the over here. There's a lot of Angels. Wow. Ron says, yeah, he's only going to take Ohtani. Yeah, Sandoval's been, like I said, they're 4-4 with Sandoval. That's fine. Angels 11-9 at home, despite going just 5-8 in their last 13, but Minnesota's lost 3 of their last 4.
Uh-oh, Ramon. I know what this means.
Do I need? I mean, I'll just let you handicap. I mean, look, I had 2-4 in baseball. I'm fading the Padres. I'm on them pretty much every game. I'm on the other team. Don't know what else I could say. I mean, yesterday was another blowout. So,
Yeah.
I'm not going to get angry. I mean, I'm just handicapping at this point. It's easy. And
Yeah. It's crazy,
a
I
little
mean,
upset, it's upsetting. I mean,
yeah.
but it's not a surprise. I mean, from the very first show of the season, I've been a little bit fadey on my team,
You
a
have,
team that
yeah.
with a $3 trillion payroll.
I mean, that team,
And
it just like if you just look at them, they just look so good.
I don't think I don't think Bob Mill. Look, I said one thing that's going to put this team over the top is Bob Melvin. They've got an elite manager. I still think that's the case. I just think the players do not have enough heart. They like money, and they don't. When you don't have that hunger, right? The Dodgers, why do they have hunger? Yeah, they've got a high payroll too, not as high as the Padres this year. But what do they have? They have the underdog mentality because they were said to be, oh, and the Padres now pass the Dodgers a little bit with all these contracts and these hitters, and the Dodgers maybe taking a step back to, how Tony always said it from the beginning. Oh, they're going to save their money and load up on Otani. Well, all of a sudden you got other players on the Dodgers. Look, they got two rookies in the lineup who are tearing it up. How many times have you ever heard that? A Dodger rookie tearing it happens all the time.
Right. Right.
So there's Sale. Padres are favored. $1.25. The
Yeah.
total, by the way, 7.5 over 15. This is a pretty big dipper on this total.
Well, I mean, it's crazy, right? I mean, you have Sale and Musgrove. I guess it is Sale's first time that he's going to pitch in Petco Park. But, he has a 7.2 ERA on the road. Musgrove, 7.56 at home. The Boston bullpen here is registered 5.84 ERA over its last couple games. And then you have the Padres that hasn't really fared much better, right around a 4 ERA. So, I mean, this is going to be, interesting here. But I think it comes down to is that I feel like, the Padres, I always talk about it, right? Like, I feel like they can't stay down here forever, but I feel like they're just not doing anything. And now suddenly Musgrove has to come up against, this White Sox team or Red Sox team that's been, just hitting lights out. Gosh, I have to take the Red Sox here today, even though I want to keep backing this Padres team. I just think they're too good to keep underperforming, but they keep proving me wrong. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the Red Sox here today.
Red Sox for me.
All right.
That's all I'll say. I mean, I'm, just going to be angry here if, I have to talk about it too much.
I know.
All right, we've got how are Boston underdogs here? Well, look, Musgrove has had an injury that he's been kind of getting back into form a little bit. Hasn't been terrific so far. Blake, Boston over here for Steve. Asante, Red Sox, fade the Padres. Fade the Padres. Take the over, says Ron. And Butterscott's trying to keep my hopes up here. He's trying to keep me in it.
Yeah.
They both are saying and they probably will. You can. How can you not? Right? Eventually, I mean, you can gonna play some poor teams in there. They've certainly got the talent. So, all right. Do you CTG to take the over? I'd probably caution against it. I'd probably look to the under in this one. I would think Jamal Red Sox, Michael Thompson Red Sox, and let's do it, Mindy.
All right. Well, that was our number 10 consensus play.
Okay. Well, that doesn't mean we're under because guess what, folks?
We got two more.
We've got more to come. We could be clicking on these here.
We'll see, huh?
Well, we saw the start of the season last night, Mindy, and Hey, we had the Washington Mystics in a blowout as
That's
a
right.
pick that we were pretty confident on, even though the New York Liberty is the talk of the league. And I still think the New York Liberty are a good team, but I would think that you've got to think that the Washington Mystics are the team that's kind of going to, be there against them a little bit. But here we go. The Dream and the Wings to open up their season. And this one's an early start. I think this is I want to say 1 o'clock Eastern, noon Central, and 10 a.m. Pacific. Let me just make sure on that. Yeah. And in this one, the Wings are down to a 1.5 point favorite. We're going to be back to seeing movement here, massive on some of these early on. So we had on the screen there 2.5 and 158.5. That was just a couple of hours ago. It is now Wings 1.5, and the total is 161.5. I was all over those overs yesterday, but it was under City, Mindy,
It,
except for the
I
last.
saw that. Okay. I mean, I think these are the games. If the Wings are going to try to make any sort of run towards the playoffs, I think these are the ones they need to get. I think they might be a little bit of a boomer bust this season here, but I'm going to go with the chat here. I'm going to go ahead and take the Wings here today. Looks like that might be where, I don't know, Steam Public might be. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to try the Wings here today.
Yeah. No, the move from 2.5 to 1.5 looks pretty
Oh,
sharp to me. I
oh,
can't.
I got you.
I'm just speculating. I'm
Yep,
not
that
saying
was
you're.
me.
Well, it's not necessarily. It could be a public move as well. I mean, I'm not saying one way or the other. And again, when I talk about line moves, I'm talking about my interpretation. I don't think anybody really, other than bookmakers, what they might have on their balance sheet. Of course, they could know a little bit. That's why I like listening to bookmakers talk about games. A lot of people don't like. I think that they don't get, and I don't think they're in the business of trying to lead people astray. They know as much as it's one thing about how we're seeing more and more controversy, Mindy, about not as a controversy, but little betting slip ups by people who are trying to cheat the system because it's with regulation it's hard. You can't just go to the window like the guy who wanted to talk crap about your sports betting. Oh, why don't I just bet $1 million? I'll just pay the player and bet $1 million. You don't walk up to the window with bushes full of money and say, hi, I'm Joe Stranger and I want to bet $1 million on Joe Blow to have a serve in the first serve of a tennis match. I mean,
Right.
nowadays you got to kind of, sign up. Now, offshore, it's different a little bit, but I mean, when you go to a sports book, if you're going to bet with their apps, you got to sign up, you got to know who you are. And that's why there's a whole, industry out there of accounts and all that. And but it's hard to get limits on those crazy bets too. So that's all I'm saying. Anyways, in this one, Mindy, you're on the uh, Dallas Wings here, and I'm going to be on the over in this one. I missed out 161.5, and I'm getting burned here so far with the totals over, but I do think that the scoring will pick up, and maybe there were some jitters. Here's another first game, so maybe run into the same problem, and I'm chasing steam here, but I'm going over as a free play. Here's wings, wings, wings. It's all about the wings with you guys. All right. And Jamal here on the over with me, at least.
All right.
And Mindy likes barbecue wings.
That's right.
I had Wingstop the other night.
Yum. So no, like at Wingstop, I love like the lemon pepper. That's one of my favorites there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like the Hawaiian. I like the barbecue. I don't like their buffalo sauce actually at Wingstop. Uh,
I know what you mean, right? Like sometimes it's just like too buttery or oily, so
doesn't have the buffalo that I
like not a good flavor. Yeah.
like. So no bones. I like the breast meat. Oh, you know what I mean.
Right.
All right, next one up. Okay,
I say bone out.
Mindy on the wings. I'm on the over here. And I think you guys know I might be not on the wings. All right.
Right.
Okay, so here's this one's kind of bugging me a little bit. Mindy, okay, I know, I get it. The Aces, in fact, they're up to, I'm showing them up to 13 and a half and 14. Yes, no Brianna Stewart anymore. The Aces, though, uh, no, we know that Hammond is missing for the Aces. I mean, you can still be pretty good without your head coach, especially in the WNBA. I would think they probably wouldn't miss a beat. As far as Becky Hammond's future, Mindy, I do think that her suspension and what has happened here uh, may
Timely.
may delay her arrival, and if it, or she's talked about being completely comfortable in the WNBA. Maybe she's not interested now, but I think they were a very serious um thing that happened to her, and I don't not shouldn't affect you in getting a job, but it is something that there's no doubt it is a strike on your resume. There's just no working around it. You can't make excuses for what she did and what the organization did, whether it was her doing or some type of more sinister way to get around the rules a little bit. It's got to be viewed negatively, despite the fact they
Yeah.
won the championship.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think that press was not good press for her, especially when it was like, same week come out that she may be interviewing for the Raptors, right? That sort of thing. So, for me, I'm gonna go ahead and take the Aces here. I think the Storm have a lot of adjusting to do, changes in their, core group. I think the Aces will still be probably, playing for a title this year. Kind of feel like to me it's kind of more of a big mismatch. I'm going to take the Aces.
All right. Mindy on Las Vegas here. Lay these big points today in this one. And I will be on the under here with the Aces and the Storm. This big number of 166 and a half. I just can't get behind John laying
I get
that
it.
many points. I know the Aces are going to be just fine here. So, all right, a few plays there. Looks like Asante on the Storm, and looks like not much opinion on this one here. Oh, here we go. Seattle here for Butterscotch, and your Mindy mentioned it. Seattle getting it back together a little bit here. Leroy, hey Leroy, nice to see you. And he's on the Aces first half. And well, they got me. It looks like Ron. I'll be right there. And when the bookmakers come calling, I'll be there. When they need a little help, with the money, I'll be there for them to give them a little helping hand. Jamal on the under with me. It looks like Mindy's on the Aces. I'm on the under. All right, we've got just the 10 plays there
Yep.
today. So Mindy will get those on the screen. Solo. I don't mind that at all. I think that's worth a 20 minimum.
Right. There you
Not
go.
more. All right. All right, great show, everyone. Thank you so much. Oh, maybe I got a little football here for you here while Mindy gets things going. This is from the USFL. Check out this one right now. This is on the leaderboard video from yesterday. Haven't made a new one yet, leaderboard video. So if you want to get my play here, since this one does start early, that leaderboard video from yesterday is still up with my play on this game. So that's how I'm going to tease it. I'm not going to give it out. I want to get
He
some
wants the
more
views.
views.
That's
I want
right.
the views, yeah. Um, give Tony some. If it's just 2, 3, 5, I don't care. But my play is over there right now on the Maulers because this one comes up at. This is the first game of the day, so anybody looking, I mean, yes, golf is underway, a bunch of soccer, but if you want to watch football, that's going to start in about less than 2 hours. But here's a play for you in this one between Birmingham and Michigan, and I'm going to give you the Birmingham Stallions -5.5 against the Panthers. as my free play here on the show in the USFL. Take Birmingham. All right, here come the plays from Mindy, and thank you for a great show. We'll be back tomorrow with more Morning Steam, 9 Eastern, 8 Central, 6 Pacific. And we have the Panthers on the money line. Arnez, good to see you.
Yeah,
He was
fun.
at
Awesome.
the Braves game, I think, last night, he says there.
I want to go to a ball game, Ramon.
And here comes our baseball. White Sox run line, Orioles money line, Phillies money line, Pirates over, Astros over, Guardians run line, Cardinals money line, Angels money line, Sox money line.
Sounds like wins.
Oh, it better be because
Steven, our cousin from Boston.
Let's just take, here's the thing, Mindy. Look at those plays, screenshot them if you want, fade them if you want. You're on your own, but just take a look before we get out here. Let's pop this up on the screen. Yesterday, Team Steam, there they are, 6-1. You, me, the chat. Yesterday, real strong day. So let's follow it up today. Thanks a lot, you guys. Great job. Where's Butterscotch?
Well, where's our little money face emojis?
He might have took off. That's all right. All right, Mindy, we should have a pretty good day. Like I said, it's not just yesterday's record, and we did have a loser before that, but again, now let me just see, 8 out of 9. We'll call it 8 out of 10 winning days because we did have that
the juice day,
split day. So 8 out of 10 winning days here in a row, and we'll be back. All right, there it is. There it is. I just had to call for
it. I was like, well, maybe he's on break at work or something. Maybe he left us early.
Good job, everybody. Good show. Hope we all have some winners today. Let's get back at it tomorrow here with more Morning Steam. All right. For Mindy Hahn, I'm Ramon Scott. Thank you for joining us.
Bye-bye.